Hello, my name is Ian Tabling, and I'm going to talk about server-side programming options. First, I would like to go over the outline for my presentation. I'll start with the basics of back-end web development, then move on to what is server-side programming, then go over popular server-side languages, and finally, talk about popular back-end stacks. Now I would like to briefly talk about the basics of back-end web development. The back-end is what the user doesn't see and does not directly interact with. There are several key components that are responsible to allow the brain of the website to work. This is accomplished by using a web server that combines a database, server-side software, and an application program interface, or API. As you can see in the infographic from Upwork.com, the server-side software is responsible for processing requests and interacting with the API to pull, save, or change data. The data can then be returned and converted to front-end code where the user can interact with the information. A couple examples would be creating an online account or buying tickets to your favorite sporting event or concert. The backend essentially makes it possible for users to access and exchange data on a website or web application. Next, I'd like to dive a little deeper into server-side programming. What is server-side programming? Well, as you can see from the previous slide, server-side programming makes up a large portion of back-end web development. Server-side programming languages are used to build back-end web applications that are run on web servers. Server-side programming adds utility and functionality to websites and applications. Anytime you're online and interacting with a website or application, there is a server-side program running in the background. Server-side programming provides a way for the user, server, and database to interact. A great example of this is when a site asks for login information. There is a server-side application that is taking the information entered and checking in the database to ensure the information is correct. Once the user is logged in, depending on the purpose of the web application, the user can proceed to view, upload, download, edit, or delete information, make purchases, play games, and communicate with others. This is all made possible with the use of server-side programming. I have compiled a list of server-side languages that have been created and their various applications and uses. I wanted to start with Perl and C# because they are a couple of the earliest backend languages. Perl was created by Larry Wall in 1987 and is completely open source. C# is the second generation version of the C language and was specifically developed by Microsoft to use on their .NET framework. Next, I'd like to talk about Python and Ruby. Python was created in 1991 by Guido van Rossum, and yes, it was named after the British comedy group Monty Python. According to Upwork.com, Python uses fewer lines of code and places an emphasis on readability and simplicity. An advantage of Python is that it's a language that is good for beginners, and it is used by YouTube and Google. Ruby was created by Yasuhiro Matsumoto in 1993. Ruby can handle the back-end code and database functionality that PHP and SQL offer, but in one programming language. Ruby-powered sites include Hulu and Twitter. Next, I'd like to talk about Java and PHP. Both Java and PHP were created in 1995. Java by James Gosling and PHP by Rasmus Lerdorf. The name Java comes from the amount of coffee consumed while developing the language. Java is a subset of the C language and excels at enterprise-level applications, high-traffic sites, and is the foundation for most Android apps. Java's motto is compile once and run anywhere. PHP originally stood for Personal Homepage. Now it has changed to stand for Hypertext Preprocessor. PHP is one of the most widely used open source languages by enterprises and is currently the most popular server-side language. PHP is generally combined with databases written in the SQL language, and PHP is a unique language because it was built for the web and not adapted for it. The last server-side language I'd like to talk about is Node.js. Node.js was created in 2009 by Ryan Dahl. Node.js extends JavaScript into the server side of programming. According to JavaWorld.com, Node.js has become wildly popular with coders everywhere, using it to create APIs and building a new matrix of interoperability across the internet. This is because if a developer knows JavaScript, it is easy to learn Node.js. Node.js is considered a high-performance server-side language that has extremely fast runtimes. The last topic I'd like to talk about are some popular backend stacks. These are simply software that are combined because they are compatible and streamline development. These backend stacks combine an operating system, a web server, a database, and a server-side language. The first one I'm going to talk about is LAMP, and that stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. LAMP is free, open source software that is excellent for dynamic websites and applications. It's the most traditional stack model. LAMP can also sub in Python and Perl for the server-side language. LAMP is flexible, easy to deploy, develop, and is secure. The second popular option, is Mean, which consists of MongoDB, Express.js, AngularJS, and Node.js. Mean is an all JavaScript-powered alternate to the LAMP stack. It's considered agile and scalable and is used by many businesses. Mean allows for front-end and back-end developers to better communicate. This is because there's a single language to learn and use. It also uses JSON for data transfer. I'd like to thank you for viewing my presentation on server-side programming options, and have a wonderful day.